welcome to December 3rd. It's Thursday. We are one step closer to a weekend. This is a video for all those individuals absent or need additional assistance. First off, for our self-start, we're going to use the equation y equals x plus 5 to fill in our table. So what this says is x plus 5. So instead of saying x, we're going to replace it with these numbers over here. So instead of x plus 5, it's 0 plus 5, which is 5. Or 1 plus 5, which is 6. Or 2 plus 5, which is 7. Or 3 plus 5, which is 8. Over here, we're going to do the same thing. Right now, this is 2 times x. So instead of saying x, we're going to say these numbers here. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6. Which one of these would be proportional? Well, in order to be proportional, it has to go through 0, 0. This one doesn't. This one does. This one is not proportional because you are adding or subtracting. So, last question. Does this table show a proportional relationship? In order to find if it works or not, we have to divide these numbers and see if it goes up at a constant rate. So I would do 3 divided by 2, 5 divided by 4, 7 divided by 6, and 9 divided by 8. So I'm going to grab my calculator and I'm going to type in 3 divided by 2. That gives me an answer of 1.5. About 5 divided by 4. Well, that's 1.25. Already I can see that this number and this number don't match. So this is not a proportional relationship. So if they went up at a constant rate, if each one of these was the same number, then it would be proportional. But in this case, it is not. There's your thought for the day. Go ahead and pause it and read it. As far as information goes, tomorrow is our first feedback on proportions. Just be ready for it. Those of you absent on Friday or that miss it, we'll just have you make it up next week. Tomorrow is also our end of trimester celebration. We're going to come watch a movie. Classes are only 29 minutes long, so they'll go by really quick. We'll do our feedback, we'll turn in our homework packets, and really that's about it. So for today, we've done the self-start. We're going to use graphs and tables to determine COP, which we've kind of done already. And we're going to use the COP to create a proportional equation. So the best thing to do when it comes to graphs is look for your addresses. Your addresses are the coordinate points. So you find a COP by doing y divided by x. You set up the equation as y equals your COP times x. And your COP goes right there. So if I look at my first graph, well, where's my addresses? So I look here and I see my first one's at 3 and 9. But you could also do 18 and 6. You could also do 27 and 9, 36 and 12. They're all the same. So I'm going to do y divided by x. So I'm going to do whatever my y is, which is 9. We're going to divide it by whatever my x is, which is 3. Well, 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. So my COP is 3, and it's going to go right there. So now I have an equation of y equals 3x. For this one, what's my address? Well, I'm going to look and I see 30 and 6. So that's going to be my first one I'm going to do. So I do y divided by x, so 30 divided by 6. And I get an answer of 5. So my COP is 5. So my COP goes right there in my equation. So now I have y equals 5x. This one, what's my address? Well, it's 25 and 5. So I'm going to do 25, my y, divided by my x, which is 5. This one also has a COP of 5. So I'm going to put that in my equation. Y equals 5x. Okay, how about this one? Address, it's going to be right there. So I'm going to do my y, which is 6, divided by my x, which is 1. 6 divided by 1 is 6. I'm going to put that COP right there in my equation. Y equals 6x. For a table, we do the exact same thing. Whatever my y is divided by my x. So my y is 30 divided by my x, which is 3. And I get an answer of 10. Now I could go through and do it for all of these. 80 divided by 8 is 10. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 60 divided by 6 is 10. 70 divided by 7 is 10. So my COP is 10. I'm going to put it right there for my equation. Y equals 10x. This one, we got some bigger numbers now. So I'm going to do my y divided by my x. So I'm going to do 1,212 divided by my x, which is 6. And I get an answer when I type it in. 212 divided by 6. I'm having a hard time with my calculator. 1212 divided by 6 is 202. So my COP for this is going to be 202. Now, if I were to go through and check it for all of them, let's see what happens. 808 divided by 4. If I type that in, I also get 202. 2020 divided by 10 also gets me an answer of 202. 606 divided by 3 is also 202. 1616 divided by 8 is also 202. So there you go. Okay, we'll just do this last one right now. COP is y divided by x, so my y divided by my x. 32 divided by 2 gives me an answer of 16. So I'm going to check it for the rest of them. 80 divided by 5 is 16. 144 divided by 9 is 16. 112 divided by 7 is 16. And 160 divided by 10 is 16. So my COP is 16. I'm going to put it right there in my equation. And there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, let your teacher know. Otherwise, hopefully we see you soon. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.